Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Name is TechBird. Today we will see the domain knowledge for work in progress in manufacture industry. I'm taking reference from this website smicro.com, a blog. It's a wonderful blog. So you can also come to this blog and see it yourself. So I'm going through it. Let's see a complete. So if you see here, you would have listen this term work in progress WIP in manufacturing industry. While in if you are in business domain or in data science field, you it is very beneficial for you this tutorial. So let's see. The manufacturing process has several stages before the inventory is ready to market. The set when the stock is not willing to be sold or need to be processed first is actually called work in progress. In short, WIP is a semi-finished raw material that must undergo another production process. In the process, the work in process must be monitored regularly and usually takes a long time. A manufacturing worker must ensure that all production processes run well so that the products are perfect and worthy of being marketed. Often monitoring human errors occur, which can be fatal, such as product failure. Of course, the company doesn't want to be harmed by it. One of the efforts you can make to avoid this is to adopt manufacturing software that can simplify all production processes with advanced technology. In this article, we'll take you to find out more about work in progress. So, what is work in progress? So, the term work in progress or WIP refers to goods in supply chain management that are only partially completed and are still waiting to be completed. The phrase includes the cost of each production stages, overhead, labor, and raw materials. Work in progress is an asset on a company's balance sheet that shows production cost. The costs listed here are transferred to completed goods before being put into the cost of goods sold. Creating inventory requires human labor and is considered a work in progress. So companies measures work in progress differently and by using variety of different accounting methods. For example, some companies base their overhead on machines hours while others base it on hours worked. Therefore, investors should find out how the organization measure its inventory accounts. Manufacturing systems are usually used by companies that produce large goods because the software can list the accumulated raw material costs in the work account ledger. So what makes work in progress and work in process different? So the term work in progress and work in process are often used interchangeably. Both phrases refer to partially finished products, but the type vary. Work in process, also known as work in process, can refer to products that can be completed and transferred to finished goods quickly. The term is often used in manufacturing. On the other hand, work in progress also mean an unfinished product that will not be done for a long time and will change to finished goods until then. The use of this term is usually in building projects and consulting jobs. Despite their minor differences, both types of inventory include overhead, raw materials, and labor costs when reported on the balance sheet. So, what makes work in progress and finished good different? So, if you see here, work in progress and work and finished goods differ based on inventory's scalability. So work in progress refers to raw ingredients being developed or put into a final product. The term finished goods refers to the final stage of inventory when the product has reached a point of completion and the next stage is the sale to a consumer. So work in progress and finished goods are relative words used in inventory accounting for a particular company. They are not definitions of materials or goods. It is wrong to assume that finished goods are for one company are also finished goods for another. For example, sheet plywood is a finished good for lumber mill because it is ready to sell, but it is the raw material for an industrial cabinet maker. The difference between work in progress and finished goods is based on the inventory stage relative to total inventory. So work in progress and finished goods are stages in an inventory's life cycle. So now we see work in progress in accounting. So in accounting, a work in progress account shows up as a current assets on the balance sheet. Work in progress entries can't be worth as much as finished work because they still need to be finished. So when the products are complete, they can be recorded as inventory, and when they are sold, they can be categorized as COGS, cost of goods sold. So WIP is often called calculated after the accounting cycle and is also known as in process inventory. So WIP costs are often reduced to a minimum because it would be too hard and take too much time to figure out the exact percentage of completion and the expenses that go with it. So accounting for work in progress can also be done differently from one company to another. For example, labor hours could be based on human or machine hours. In other cases, companies aim to finish all WIP before closing the books, leaving just inventory to account for. Just in time, inventory management demands a strong relationship with local suppliers. Companies often resources on demand, manufacture the product and ship it, requiring no long-term inventory. This case can reduce WIP expenses, but it's problematic if JIT, just-in-time firms run out of buffer stock. So work in progress and inventory management. So work in process inventory consists of material awaiting assembly and sale. WIP inventory consists of the cost of raw materials, labor and overhead expenses required to produce finished goods. Since the work in progress list takes up space and can't make a profit, it is best for businesses that sell product to have as little WIP inventory as possible. So work in progress inventory is any inventory maintained between raw material and finished goods. Work in progress inventory consists of raw materials and direct labor that still need to be ready for sale. So if a company sells coffee bags, its WIP inventory would include custom shipping boxes, bags, labels and so on. So how to calculate work in progress? So one of many responsibilities in accounting is figuring out how much stock is still being processed. Work in progress is often measured as percentage of company's overhead, labor and material costs. This is the standard method for calculating this quantity. For instance, a construction business may choose to bill a client according to various stages of a project. For example, the company may bill the client when the project is either 25% or 50% complete and so on. So now let's jump to the conclusion. To sum up, a work in progress is the cost of unfinished goods in the manufacturing process. These numbers include the cost of labor, raw materials and overhead costs. On the balance sheet, WIP is classified as current asset if the intention is to convert it into finished goods and sell them immediately. Similarly, minimizing the WIP inventory is a good practice because the completion percentage is a different task to determine at the end of subsequent financial year. So this was the some introduction about WIP. I hope you would have liked this tutorial and you must come to this link and take advantages of the business terminology and business domain processes. So thank you very much for watching this video. We will come up with a new topics very soon. Till then, goodbye. Bye bye.